I say, well, I want to be
the one and only
my way.
Brandy, the vocal Bible. The vocal Bible. Rest on that one. Okay.
So what is Monica?
My title for Monica would be The Ghetto Slayer.
What's up? What's good? This is the Erica Jones, and I am here with my bestie, my trusty sidekick, my co-host. Now that we have the Erica Jones Show
Logo.
jingle, and that ain't the logo.
Look at the sign.
Yeah, she thinks she gonna get something. I don't know what she thinks she gonna get, but and get her a t-shirt or something. I don't know. But we were gonna go live, but we decided against it. Because yesterday I went live and I rambled. So I said, I don't know about that. Let's go ahead and do this video and get this out of the way.
Because it's been a while.
It's been a while, and I think this is the perfect topic to come back and discuss. So we all know that since the pandemic, Timberland and Swiss Beats has created a segment called Verzuz. And they have, you know, paired rappers and singers, to come together and compare and go back and forth hit for hit. So there was a big one this past Monday, I think it was 31st, that everybody was anticipating, and that was Brandy versus Monica. When I tell you the posts and the comments and leading up to August 31st was crazy. People were saying, Brandy is a better singer, and blah blah blah, this and that and whatever. Everybody has their preference, and you can like who you want to like. You are given that right to do that. But we're gonna put our little spin to it. We're gonna talk about
our 2 cents.
Yeah, we're gonna put our little 2 cents in and kind of let y'all know what we feel about it. I don't know. I didn't comment much. I said a few little things here and there, but I'm gonna just speak my little piece right quick and just say I love the both of them. They both came out at a time when R&B was hot, and they were both young, and they both have 2 different styles. Brandy is a vocal beast. We know this. She plays with that middle and that bottom, and she will run and do all kind of vocal acrobats. I love her to death. Monica, on the other hand, is more of your power singer. She sings with more aggression, with more force, I would say, kind of, sort of.
Is that what it is? Okay, go ahead on it.
See what I'm saying? I'm talking.
All right.
That's just my take on it. I feel like she just sings with a little bit more of a, I don't know.
She sings with more of a ghetto swag, and that's not a bad thing. Like Erica said, both of them are excellent singers. Do individuals have a preference? Absolutely. My preference is Brandy, the vocal Bible.
Oh no.
We won't talk about that right now. We will leave that alone right now.
We'll come back.
Okay. But I could never take away the indelible mark that Monica has put on the R&B / hip hop. What am I trying to say? Hip hop industry industry.
There you go.
You can't take that away from her. Whether you like her or whether you don't like her, I think, to be honest with you, as many albums as this girl has put out, and she has put out a plethora of albums after doing a little research about her, a lot of albums. I really didn't really start to like her until the New Life CD, which was in the 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, I think New Life came out in 2012. I listened to that CD every time I would go work out, and I don't know why. Do I think that Monica is a polished singer? No. She has a very unique vibrato, very similar to a Little Lamb or a Goat. But I'm just speaking. This is my truth. But I'm not taking away from her talent. It's a very goatish vibrato. And I just have always loved Brandy. I think she is absolutely amazing. And even though she might not have that range where she can hit the rooftop, you don't miss it because she does so much where she is. Now, what you got to say?
I don't disagree with that pertaining to Brandy. I agree with you. To say that Monica has a goatish
Go listen to her songs.
vibrato.
Go listen to her songs. I didn't say she can't sing.
But she doesn't even put vibrato on everything.
Oh my God. Go listen to her songs.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Well, she doesn't want me to speak my truth. This is my truth. I'm still giving her credit because, you know, people criticizing her. They, you know, leading up to the Verzuz, they were, Brandy is, let's say, Queen Elizabeth. Monica is Kermit the Frog. You know, just really putting her down. And I'm like, yeah, you can listen. It might not be your preference. To be honest with you, I was never a Whitney Houston fan. I didn't fall for her. I didn't really fall in love with her music until she passed.
I was.
But just because I wasn't a fan of hers, I never took away from her talent. Never did. Always said that woman was amazing. So
what is it that she had that was, because you said Monica has a goatish vibrato.
She has a goatish vibrato with a ghetto swing.
That's a made up crap that she done came up with. Let's play this song from Monica and let's see if she has a goatish.
What song is
vibrato.
this?
That probably ain't a good. That's probably not a good one.
Boom. Boom. Keep it. It's a beautiful song. Just because I said she had a goatish vibrato,
but you could say that about me. I have my vibrato.
I will tell you.
My vibrato does stuff too. So I'm not about to talk about. This girl was recorded most of her songs at 12.
No, her first album was at 12.
Yeah, but I don't think they released it when she was 12. Because I think what I read somewhere, her and Brandy kind of came out around the same time. Maybe she was just recording. You know how you can record albums and then you wait and then you put them out later?
She came out with Miss Thing in 1995.
She was 15 because she was born in the 80s. She was born in 1980.
Yeah, because Brandy was born in 79. Because Brandy is 41.
So she's just about to be 4. I think Monica's birthday is on October the 24th or something like that in 1980. So she released it when she was 15.
Right.
But she said on the Verzuz that she recorded some of her songs at 12. I think it was One of those songs
I
that
can
said
tell you what it is.
she had a mature voice to
and she did
at that age, and you got to understand sometimes when Brandy's dad was a vocal coach and all kind of stuff and knew all this stuff about music, and you know he trained her.
Of course.
So I don't know what kind of training Monica had, but you can when you train people to sing certain kind of ways, or you can help them
but
as a child coming up,
yeah,
you can enhance
what
they have. So
but the talent, it was already there with Brandy.
I believe
it wasn't. I don't think he had to do a whole lot with her.
You can't.
And then
I disagree with that, because you can see as her albums as she got. Again, we were talking about her dad being her vocal coach, and you know, he's been a vocal coach for a lot of people, and I think he helped to enhance what was already there.
Okay, I agree with that.
And I'm not saying that Monica didn't have any help, but when you got somebody living in your household, and you got your mom as your manager, your daddy training you vocally, like, you can't be nothing but. Well, the talent does have to be there. It has to be there.
But you have to understand, a lot of people don't know, Brandy started her career off by being a background singer.
Okay.
For a lot of young groups. Like back then it was immature. She was a background singer for them. And when you sing background vocals, it causes you to you're a professional background singer. It helps with your growth.
Yeah, I agree.
As a singer.
Yep.
Knowing how to, you know, not just blab out songs and be loud and aggressive on everything. It really helps nurture. But Monica has, you know, she was, her first album. No, that's talking about. But after doing
it, you got notes.
Yeah, because I wanted to do a little research to Miss Thing sold 1.5 million.
That's Brandy. I mean Monica.
Monica. It produced Don't Take It Personal, Just One of Them Days, Before You Walk Out of My Life. Youngest artist to ever have 2 consecutive chart-topping hits on the Billboard Hot and R&B Singers. In '97, she said For You I Will, which was on Space Jam.
Yeah. It
was another platinum hit. And let me tell y'all that, y'all can sit up and, you know, try to dog Brandy out. But Monica out, but she actually has hits off of her album. Brandy has 7 albums.
That's right.
That really did not produce it. So a lot of her albums came out to critical acclaim, critical success. But as far as having hits, no. But we love her, so of course we're gonna purchase every album that she puts out. Even though I cannot stand this last album that Brandy put out. It's her first independent project, and maybe that's why it's a little weird to me. But you know, you just can't dog Monica out and take away.
That was the problem that I had. And it wasn't that I was leaning more toward Monica or leaning more toward Brandy. I was standing straight in the middle, and I was saying both these ladies bring something to the table that somebody likes. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't have bought their albums. If they didn't, they wouldn't have, you know, gotten the success that they've gotten. So you can't just sit up and say, because Monica can't hit the notes, Brandy can hit, she trash. That's, you can't say
two different styles, two totally different styles of singers.
And let me say this: neither one of them have made or won a Grammy off of anything that they've done.
Brandy has won a Grammy.
She won a Grammy off of The Boy Is Mine. She wrote it, but Monica is featured on it. Oh. So they both won the Grammy because they both on the song. That's how it works.
Yeah, but and again, she wrote it. But and she invited Monica on this album, and if she is single, and if she would not have invited her, I think she still would have won the Grammy. Okay,
I don't know, because I feel like Monica brought a different element. It was like a tug of war back and forth saying the boy is mine. I don't think the song would have been as successful because they both were teens coming up singing R&B. One had one flavor, one had the other flavor, and they brought it together and created something that won them a Grammy.
Okay, well, Brandy has a Grammy, American Music Award, 7
She had
Billboard.
that one boy is mine.
That's all right, but I'm naming.
The vocal Bible don't have no more.
But Monica ain't got nothing besides
Neither
that
one.
Grammy. I'm naming all the awards that she has.
Okay, let's go.
American Music Awards, 7 Billboard Awards. Okay. So let's. She's known for her distinctive sound, characterized by her timbre, voice layering, her intricate riffs. The vocal Bible.
Oh no.
Okay,
No.
let's talk about it.
The vocal Bible would mean you can go up and down the scale.
No.
That's how you gonna be a vocal Bible? A vocal Bible.
Knowing to work within the area that you're in. She
That's
was
a
not
vocal
blessed
Bible?
with a voice. She was not blessed with a voice where.
Celine Dion would be a vocal Bible. That would be a vocal. Kim Burrell.
Celine
vocal
Dion.
Bible.
Kim Burrell's range is not.
Well, she can get up
she
there.
Can touch,
She can't get up there now.
She
Don't
can
sleep
touch
on-
it.
don't-
She can touch it, but you can't.
Brandy
Never
can't touch it, my baby.
But you're not gonna take away from the
Brandy
fact.
can't touch it, darling. I love her, but she don't have range. She don't. She said it. She said it,
but it does not take away from the fact that she has been named the vocal Bible because she's able to stay in the arena and what she knows what her voice
Who named the vocal Bible?
is in Wikipedia, baby. Go look it up.
Oh, we can't go off no Wikipedia.
Okay, so-
who started this?
Okay.
Vocal Bible. So again, like I said, vocal Bible.
So you're gonna sit up here and tell me that somebody with mid to lower range like Brandy has and is able to do the vocal acrobats that she's capable of doing, that doesn't entitle her to carrying the title of the vocal Bible. Don't hate on me.
I'm not hating. I can't do nothing Brandy can do. So I'm definitely not hating. I'm just saying.
Well,
And I feel like when you give somebody the vocal Bible, that they are touching every aspect of the scale as music is concerned. Like they're doing a lot of stuff vocally, and she can do a lot of stuff vocally, but she don't have no range, and I don't have none either. So.
yeah. It says something about Brandy in that she really had no hits besides The Boy's Mine. As far as her album,
This is what I got from Billboard. Brandy, The Boy's Mine was both their.
Brandy wrote it though.
She did, but she was on it, so you can't take away from her being on the song. I mean, you can say what you want to say. Yeah, she wrote it. She gonna get all the royalties from it, but Monica was on it. So that was their top song.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy and Monica, both of them. That song was on Billboard.
No, but Monica had major hits off of her solo career.
She did, but this is rank. This is a rank. This is what they're giving you in the ranks of the number of weeks that they stayed on Billboard. The Boy Is Mine for Brandy. The Boy Is Mine for Monica. Number 1. Number 2 for Brandy was Sitting Up in My Room.
Oh yeah.
Number 2 for Monica was The First Night. Number 3, Have You Ever for Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 for Monica, Angel of Mine.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. 4, I Want to Be Down, Brandy. 4 for Monica, Don't Take It Personal. That was one off her first album.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 for Brandy was Baby. Baby, baby, baby.
Okay.
Number 5 for Monica was For You I Will. That was on Space Jam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Number 6 for Brandy was What About Us?
Mm-hmm.
Number 6 for Monica was Before You Walk Out of My Life. and like this and like that. Now I don't know why they paired that together. I had forgot about like this and like that. When they played that, baby, my cousin even said that she was like, "Oh, I forgot about that song." It was one of those ones where she was a little baby when she recorded it, but she had a mature voice for her age. Number 7 for Brandy was "Broken Hearted" with One Day. 7 for Monica was "Why I Love You So Much." And "Ain't Nobody." Those must have been tied for her number 6 and number 7. Number 8 for Brandy was "Almost Doesn't Count." You know that. Number 7 for I said number 7. Number 8, "So Gone."
Oh yeah.
Number 9 for Brandy was "Full Moon." Number 9 for Monica is "You Should Have Known Better." 10 was "Missing You," when she was on the soundtrack for with Tamia and all of them. And 10 for Monica was "Everything to Me." And I don't even know that song. That was in 2010. So Brandy's hit stopped 2002. That was it for her.
Because everything else that she's released since has been with critical acclaim, but as far as hits, we love her albums, but as far as hits, but Brandy has sold 40 million. Monica sold 5.3. Yeah, that says something about somebody that after 2002 really had no more what you quote unquote call hits and still sold 40 million. And they say, that Monica is worth 8 million, and say Brandy is worth a precious 12 million.
That ain't too much more.
Which I think is a little bit more than that. And I think Monica's worth more than that too.
I do too.
Especially with this last divorce that she went through. She was fighting to wanted to keep the records private of the money, properties that they own, and all the rest of that stuff. So I honestly believe that she's probably worth more than $8 million, to be honest. And then, y'all wanted to talk about what they had on. Let me say my 2 cents about this. Now, Brandy has never been a dresser. To say that she has the money that she has, that's one area that she has not polished herself in. Now, I did like her jacket.
Yeah.
I didn't like those crop pants, and I didn't like those granny sandals, slip-in shoes that she had on. But I didn't say nothing about what neither one of them had. Monica has come into her own flair of fashion in the last 3 to 4 years. She is killing it. Because prior to that, she was a ghetto dresser. She couldn't dress either. But she has come into her own. Be killing it. Killing it.
You don't follow her on Instagram?
Amazing.
Maybe she gives you a fashion show every day.
But, I didn't necessarily like what Monica had on either, but I knew it was expensive.
Fendi, baby.
I knew that.
She was Fendi.
But y'all talking about what they had on. Let me tell you this. Each one of their outfits probably cost more than your wardrobe.
More than their wardrobe?
Their whole wardrobe. People that can talk about it.
It's probably more than they make in a year.
I'm talking about the people that wanted to criticize what they had on. I'm saying the one outfit that Brandy had on, the one outfit that Monica had on. Let's say Brandy's jacket costs about. I can look at it and tell it costs about $3,500.
Yeah, about $35.
That costs more than your whole wardrobe.
Yep.
So how you got room to talk about somebody? Come on now.
It's your mouth.
You don't have the first million.
That is one thing that me and you always talk about. You cannot judge, criticize somebody that has more than you, that has accomplished so much more.
You're trying to get where they are.
Yeah, you can put your opinion on it, but to be so critical.
Very
some
critical.
Of these posts that I was reading,
I just passed them up. I was like, it ain't even that serious to me. Because if they could just give me $100,000 of their dollars, I'd be a happy camper. So I ain't even. But I know we all have a
Who am I to do? And me, what is this? Not who am I to judge?
I don't even know
Who
what
am
it
I to
is.
judge?
He done came up with so many
You
things.
retarded. But anyway.
We all have a preference. I get it. We all have a preference. If you, I like going. I don't like rappers today.
Oh,
They all sound the same.
baby, what they saying?
Now you give me some Tupac or some
Too Short. You like Too Short.
Too Short. You give me some what's the big guy that was dun 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 dun. You know, I like the ghetto rap. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Big Punisher.
Big Punisher. Give me you know, you give me some of that stuff. This mess that they put out, but it's my preference.
You can like what you want.
You can like what you want to like, but when you just criticize, and my
Baby, she locking up, honey.
my
Look
hair
at
is
her.
finally locking after 4 months. She didn't know if it was gonna lock because I have such curly hair, but it's locking. So I'm gonna be
Where
swinging
you
it
got the
from
curly hair from?
my mother and my father. Genetics,
She's
baby.
blessed.
But it's all about a preference. But when you can criticize so hard, and especially for some of us who are in the arena of trying to go somewhere, whether it's in the gospel arena, the secular arena, whatever it is, and you criticizing somebody, they made it.
They made it, baby.
You trying to get where they are.
And they can wear that now that they've made it.
Yeah.
They've already made it. People know who they are, so if they came out with a garbage bag on, they don't have nothing to prove to nobody.
They don't. Not at this point.
At this point,
They
when
done
you're
their
trying to
work.
make it, you trying to prove something to somebody. And people can say what they want to say about, oh, you ain't gotta, you know, it's all about appearance.
Let me tell you
Before I
something.
hear anything come out of your mouth, I'm looking at you.
Like people talking about the Ashanti versus Keisha Cole versus.
She accepted too.
I am neither one of their fans. But I will never take away from what Ashanti has brought to R&B and what Keisha Cole has brought to R&B. And me and Erica talked about it the other day. Ashanti, when she came out, the girl can't sing. But she had a look.
But she was beautiful.
She had
She's
a look.
beautiful girl.
They didn't have to polish her up or do anything to it. So they like, she pretty anyway. We gonna
That's
work
why a
with
lot
this.
of those people choose those people, because they can make them fit into what they want on their label.
So with that being
So if you
said,
can hold the tune and you look good.
watch your appearance.
Yep.
Mom, you know, but I always go back to her thing. Always told us, always look your best wherever you go, whether you're going out to work out or not. Just look your best. Polish yourself up. And these, you know, I'm not going to say it. Okay.
What? What?
Every hairstyle ain't meant for certain. I mean, everybody want to go into this dread look. If you want to go into the dread look, go get it done.
That's the key.
Getting dreads is not cheap. I have to get my hair retwisted every 30 days, especially in this beginning process, and I'm paying over $100 every time. And that's not including the maintenance that I'm doing in between.
That's what you got.
But y'all dreading at home and thinking that's looking right, and it's not.
Letting somebody at the house.
No, are they doing it themselves? Twisting it with their fingers and doing it themselves, and it don't look right. Okay, that's.
I mean, that's even with me. With me getting my faux locks. I've been wearing them for a while now.
Which I don't understand why.
I don't wanna. It's too tight. I may.
Oh, this is fine for me. I've tried everything.
But she'll cut her hair off, and
I might come back on the next video that we do, and I might be bald head. I don't care. I will cut it off. I've tried everything. I've done everything to my hair. I said, well, this is the last thing that I haven't done. Let me try 2-strand twisting. And I didn't go in the mirror.
That's not 2-strand.
Sister locking. And guess what? I didn't go in the mirror and do it myself. I made an appointment to do it. And the first install, as they say, was over $400.
Yep.
So
y'all, the thing about it is, you gotta pay for what you want. If you want something to look a certain kind of way, you just have to invest in it. if you see where your finances aren't meeting up with what it is you want, wait. And when your finances do, then you go and you get that done professionally, whatever it is. Even if it's an article of clothing or something. I told Nikki, I'm going broke buying these sunglasses. She said, you the one sitting up trying to keep up with such and such.
I said she thinks she rich and famous, but anyway.
I don't think I just like certain things, and that's just me. I will splurge on myself when it comes to my appearance, and that's just the bottom line.
Supposed to.
I pay my bills. Me and Nikki, we Nikki, this girl was making. We going off the subject. This girl making $60,000-$70,000 a year. I've seen Nikki.
No, 80.
I've seen this fool for my birthday. We went to Houston. This girl got paid and spent the whole check on shoes and clothes.
I did, but I had a savings account so I could replenish myself.
But I didn't say you were broke.
I know, yeah.
But I'm just saying she was able to spend her whole check.
My daddy always told us, because we struggled coming up, and Tanya and I, we always talk about how did we even how
able to do
the things that we did, knowing now what my daddy and mother, but my daddy always told us, bill collectors don't get all your money. So I live by that philosophy. But I do pay my bills on time.
And sometimes, and we're not telling y'all not to pay your bills, but you get a 2 month grace period with a lot of bills. You can catch up if it's something that you know you need. Especially us artists going out, and I know we inside, but you going out and you want to put your best foot forward.
But you're still going on Zooms and stuff. You still got to look presentable on the Zoom.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, they're virtual or whatever. You still got to look presentable.
That's
so.
Like, when I went to on the Dorinda show, the money I spent on my jacket alone.
But everybody's not gonna be like that. But
I know, but I know.
That's Erica. You can still dress very nice on a budget. I mean, you don't have to go to the cheap stores and buy stuff. You can go to Dillard's. You can go to a sales rep. I don't really buy expensive. I don't buy expensive stuff anymore. Because I am really on a budget. When you go from making $80,000 to $1,300 a month, you have to adjust drastically. But I still have quality pieces.
Yeah.
But you think cheaper stuff will not last you a long period of time.
No.
So I know we've gotten off the subject, but we were talking about
we just
the way y'all talking about Monica
you.
And Brandy and girl, child, one of their outfits.
I mean.
Just give me one.
I'll take the little jacket.
I sure will instruct with it. I like that jacket.
I'll take it. Give it here.
Now them sandals that whoever her stylist is, that wasn't right.
I think that was a jab at Monica though. I really do.
With the white shoes and the white tennis shoes.
The white
just one of them days on the corner.
Yeah, I think it was a jab because the shoes didn't go with nothing. And I heard Monica say when she said, I think Brandy said, "Look at my shoes."
She said, "Am I right?"
"Oh, she said they mean or something." That's all. Monica just said they mean.
She was lying. She was lying.
She was lying.
She was lying. But see, y'all tell me. But did y'all find their in between talking very formal when they were talking in between each video? I didn't like it. I ain't gonna be. It was like they said, okay, after we play this song, we're gonna say, girl, you remember when we such and such? And then when we play this song, we're gonna say, girl, you remember? It was just so informal. It wasn't nothing that I felt came from the top of the dome. And then Brandy with all these poems.
Oh my God.
And that made me understand why this album is as interesting as it is. B7. Now I hope she's not going off on the deep end. Cause a little strange, little strange in the land.
Somebody said she thinks she on Adele. She and Adele from Moesha. It was just too much. I'm like, can I have a point for that? And I have my notebook here. I'm like, girl, if you don't put that notebook down, mine gonna sitting up there just as ghetto. Like next song, because I think she had a set list with her DJ. I do believe there were 2 DJs in there that were running both of their songs. So Monica was like, let's go to the next one. And when it started playing, even if I forgot, I know it's my song.
It was way.
It was forced. It was some forced stuff.
It was
going
forced
on.
stuff, and they made it seem like there's a pure friendship that has grown up into this stage in life.
8 years. Ain't no friendship.
There's no friendship, and y'all acting like, girl, I remember when you was going. You read the tabloids. You didn't know what I was going through. We haven't talked in 8 years.
She said, I know some of the things you've been through, and Monica was kind of like.
But she had to play along with it. But I just found it very weird to me. And it was so weird. Before I knew it, 15 minutes in, I was snoring.
Yeah.
I didn't need to hear them songs again. I didn't heard them already. I mean, Verzuz, I can go on the YouTube channel and make a music, what do you call it? A list of the songs. I can make a list of all of them just to play back to back. I don't have to hear no talking in between. A playlist. So that wasn't Verzuz. Don't interest me.
That Verzuz was boring. I ain't even about to lie, and I've watched quite a few. But that one right there was
and
boring.
And then Brandy with the yes.
That thing was boring. But when she was sitting up talking about don't cuss, all the girl was saying was, "Oh, I'm like, Brandy, your mouth is," and that's what somebody said. That B7, you got some bums. You dropped some on that CD, and I know your daughter can't listen to it. So, please, Brandy, don't sit up and try to act like you just don't cuss and say that. All the girl was saying was sideline HO. Come on.
But did you enjoy the Verzuz?
No. It was boring.
I can't tell you what it was about.
I was in there trying to watch it with this fool. She fell asleep. So I came over in my room and I had my laptop and I'm like, I just closed it. I'm like, I'm over this. Like, it was too formal to me. If they would have put him in like a studio or like a club or something.
I didn't mind of how it was set up, but I didn't like the fact that y'all just weren't going over the top. Go off at the top of your dome. You like when you play
and just
a song
call
like,
a song. Just call out a random song.
Such and such. You just have a list of your songs and say,
that
well,
cool.
Let's do such and such. And say, girl, I remember when during this time, I was blah, 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 blah. You can tell when something is coming off of the top of your dome versus something that you have rehearsed. They rehearsed that. They spent a couple of hours to get that together and made little notes. Watch Brandy talking about she had a tablet.
She
had the notes in her tablet.
She made notes, baby. She kept looking at that tablet. I'm like,
hint, tour. Well, first of all, I have missed out on a couple of opportunities to hear Brandy, and I'm very upset about it. Hopefully, I'll get another chance. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want to hear Monica. Her live performances in the last couple of years have been horrific plane crashes. Terrible. You can go back and listen to her. She's starting under the note. She's starting under the note.
Be nervous, Nikki.
This girl been doing this for over 25 years.
It don't matter, the nerves.
Erica, let me tell you, like you tell me, it's a product that you're presenting at all times. No, ma'am. That girl has gotten up there, and me and a friend of mine have talked about it. I'm going to let his name remain nameless. Of how horrible she has sounded on, I can name at least 10 live performances. Singing under the note, and that vibrato, that little lamb vibrato really is coming out as she gets older. But yeah. But then that was just something to hold a conversation. Y'all know y'all not going on tour together.
Let me tell you, people will do stuff just for money. And I believe
that would be a money getter.
They've had 20 point something streams since that verse.
20 point something
million streams, yes ma'am. So that lets you know that
that means Ashanti and Keisha Cole might have one.
I don't know, because sometimes when you start playing those songs, it reminds you forget. So that's when you start putting them in your play. That's R. Kelly. We not ordering no songs of R. Kelly on this line.
Listen, girl.
We don't take away from the man and his skill set and what he is.
I still listen to his music. I'm sorry that he has ended up in the situation that he has, but unfortunately, he as a child experienced things that he shouldn't have experienced, and when you don't deal with those issues, it doesn't leave. It's just like a church hopper. My mother, as a child, I used to hear my mother always say, just jumping from church to church. When something happened at one church, they ain't using me over there. You go to another. but you going with the same issues. You have not dealt with what your issues are. But that's the side part of it. But anyway.
Baby, we done sideboard
But,
too many times.
I really didn't need a Verzuz too, between Monica and Brandy too.
We know that Brandy is
The most Verzuz, and I don't think that was a Verzuz. That was, what did they call it?
I don't know what that
The
was.
one I really enjoyed the most was John P. Key and Hezekiah Walker. That was my favorite. So
They try to say Hezzy wasn't gonna come with them hits either, and Hezzy showed the Lord came with him. I kept saying, what? I didn't even know.
Oh, and I did enjoy Babyface and
Teddy Riley, and
Teddy
they got
Riley.
it together.
Yeah, well, Teddy Riley kept having the difficulties. Conveniently.
Babyface was whooping him. Just, ooh. I'm like, this dude playing hits, you ain't even think he wrote. I'm like, dude, Babyface ain't got to do nothing.
Yeah, he can chill.
Get up in the morning and go cross his leg and drink coffee.
He can chill.
Baby, them royalty checks, baby, they rolling in. You have written for the likes of everybody. You know, Bobby Brown.
Everybody, Erica.
Tony Brett.
Everybody.
Boys to Men. I mean,
So
they need to do one with Boys to Men, and they was talking about Boys to Men and New Edition. They don't go
Boys to Men
together.
was hard on New Edition. As far as hits, I don't know.
I don't know, because they started off as kids.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know. But anyway, the Verzuz was alright.
Now you guys know.
Say my 2 cents about these people talking
Nikki
about.
loves Brandy. I love both of them. But you know, I can relate to Monica. I can't sing none of that stuff Brandy sings. It's too much going on. She do too much. All that.
Oh, now she do too much?
No, not like that. Too much for me to try to sing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, that's right. Put it out there where nobody can duplicate it.
Nobody can.
Authentic, baby.
Baby, I sing when I want to be
The
down.
one and only.
My way.
Brandy, the vocal Bible. The vocal Bible. Rest on that one.
So what is mine?
My title for Monica would be The Ghetto Slayer.
The Ghetto Slayer.
She slays ghetto tunes. Woo!
She slays ghetto tunes.
She slays the ghetto songs that she sings.
All her songs are not ghetto.
They matured as she
And
got older.
that new one she got out, I ain't lying. That thing get off. I like that.
Now I did fall in love with Brandy's Baby Mama. It came on the radio, and I was like, "Is that the same album?" Because me and Erica went through the album, like, don't like it. Let's go to the next song. Started, don't like it. So we went through the whole album not liking it, but I do like. They played it on the radio, and I like Baby Mama with Chance the Rapper.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She would like to get the most ghetto song on there, but you want to talk about
I am ghetto. Nah, let that be known. I'm ghetto classy.
really got all off the subject we're just supposed to be. Y'all just need to stop being so mean to people. All y'all do is just be mean. Talking about that girl can't sing and all that. That girl can sing. She can do what she do with what she got.
The Ghetto Slayer.
One thing about it, she can sit next to Brandy and hold her own. That's the thing.
She doesn't try. The thing is, she doesn't try to compete. She's just gonna do what she does.
Talking about they had mics. She could have been singing. Monica didn't come there to sing no songs. And then when she did try to sing, she needs to stop all that singing afterwards. Well,
they can do what they want to do.
Brandy was sitting up here singing all the other people's songs.
That's right. That's right. We love it.
Sing on your own songs.
They should have.
And Monica was rolling her eyes.
They should have. How about they swap? She sing one of Monica's songs and Monica sing one of Brandy's songs.
Way.
But anyway, that's our.
We already know Brandy gonna do 100 runs. We know she can sing the song.
Oh, let's talk about that for a quick second. Runs. We are such fans of Brandy. I'm not a runner. I don't consider myself the most amazing singer. I'm a just flat foot church singer. And these days, with how I run out of breath. You better catch me on a good day. But we idolize these singers, and they're amazing singers. Let me say this: just because you're a runner or a rifter, that doesn't automatically make you a good singer. What makes a good singer to me is a person that knows where to place these runs and riffs. When you're running and riffing a whole song, and you probably can sing to the masses, you can't sing to me. And I'll be like, some people videos are played, I'm like, yeah, they can sing, but their singing don't do nothing for me. Nothing. So if you idolize a person so much, idolize the fact that they know where to place these runs. Just a whole song of running. That sounded like haunted house screams. Anyway, but that's fun. Anyway.
That's what people classify as singing. And I think I commented on somebody's post, and Dick was Neely. I said being a runner only puts you in a class. It in a category.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say that you're a greater singer than somebody else. It just puts you have a Kathy Taylor who don't do no runs, and this is just, I'm saying, gospel.
Right.
She may do a run or two.
Right.
But can Flatfoot sing? But that doesn't make her not be a great singer because she's not a Kim Burrell. But let me tell y'all something. Kim Burrell puts her runs where they need to be. That's why she's such an amazing singer.
That's what's amazing.
That's what sets her apart. Everybody, she do a lot of runs. She does, but she places them in the right
But y'all start songs with runs. How does that possible? We don't even have the gist of the meaning of the song, and you just started. What?
Set the song up first.
See, y'all need somebody in y'all life that's gonna tell you the truth. You need a Nicole, because I'll tell you the truth. Because I sit up and talk about myself. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, that was a mess. What did I do today? Terrible. Which I suffer with shortness of breath because of my diagnosis. So in between, you might notice me even on live feeds if you ever catch X Outrage. I take big breaths in between trying to catch my breath. I'm going to tell the truth. I tell the truth to this young lady right here. She started singing. She had to be on a virtual concert. And she had set everything up in her room. And I was in my room asleep, resting, trying to rest. And I heard her singing. And it would have been wrong with me if she actually would have been live.
She didn't know if I was live.
I didn't know no better. Child, I cracked that daughter. I said, you flat. And then it hit me afterwards. I said, oh, you are? She was like, no, I'm just practicing. I already know I'm flat.
I knew already.
But anyway, okay, we done. It's been a while since we've been on here, so allow us to have our moments of nothing. Sidebars and nothing. But anyway, that's our spiel on the verses. And
let's not be so critical of people. You know, just industry-wise, you know, national, international artists as well as a local artist. Y'all stop talking about people so much.
And support each other.
God have mercy.
Everybody, there's room for everybody. Ooh, I promise you there's room. It's like in y'all's mind, y'all must be saying, well, if I don't support them, then they not going to go. It's not going to stop what God has for somebody. What God has for me, it is for me. Glory!
And people have to realize that their support is not going to make or break somebody. You know, if you decide not to support, that's your decision. But that's not going to stop. I mean, it may stop somebody else, but it ain't going to stop me. Yeah, I'm going to speak for myself. It ain't going to stop me. I'm going to keep on going.
Gotta keep on going. You know,
this girl will make up, and I thought it was a real song. I was trying to see what it was so I can sing it too. But I'm like, this is made up. This is some foolishness that she just made up.
But I enjoyed our minutes and talking to you.
We had some technical difficulties, y'all. I'm about to take my camera and give it back to the people because it is no longer
any money was paid for that.
Yeah, it don't. I mean, it's talking about it was overheated. We talked for 10 minutes, so I'm gonna have to definitely do some.
It won't be as much time.
Some editing because I have footage from this is my actual iPad.
We can end it.
Oh, okay. See how she do? She get on my nerves. You hear me?
The Erica is
Oh,
a
Lord,
rambler.
y'all see that? Grits.
Let's
I just didn't want the people to look at that old dried
Don't
up
nobody care about
spot and
that.
say, what the heck happened down here?
So we enjoyed talking to you all, and you ended to Erica.
Again, you know, it's been a while, so hopefully I'm gonna edit this and y'all, you know, can enjoy it. We'll be back, the Erica Jones Show, and we hope to see you guys.
Check out her jingle. Well, when you go to the page, you gotta
I'm gonna put
hit
it on.
it.
I'm
And
gonna
she
put
say,
it.
Nikki Cole hosting and all of that. Yeah, I'm in there. And I'm in the jingle.
I didn't say Nikki co-host and all of that.
Well, I made it up. I make stuff up. Okay.
But I put her name in because she was like, I'm on the show. I didn't even tell her. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. The show Verzuz Brandy. Y'all have a good one.